because it was clear they would be late. Grif looked down at his high-end khakis and hand-tailored shirt. I hope to hell not. Reed, never missing a step toward the building even though he was limping slightly, cuffed Grif on the back of the head. I'm sure you have 100 other pair of those fancy duds in your closet back in L.A., pretty boy. As they jogged closer to the building, it was clear someone had broken one of the front windows, and that this thing was picking up steam. Flames were already licking their way up what looked like a reception desk. Reed jabbed a finger at them. You three stay out here, and I'll... No fucking way. Jonah cut him off. He'd been underestimated his whole damn life, first by his big brothers, then by kids in school, and eventually the big game development moguls in Seattle. But he'd damn well shown them all. You're screwed in the head if you think we're going to let you go in there by yourself. You'll get yourself killed on Mom's big day, and we'll be the ones who have to tell her. Not enough flowers in the whole world to make up for that kind of news. He's right, Britt said. This looks like a four-man job to me. Reed's face was a study in stubbornness, but Grif, using his master negotiator tone, said, Do you want this fire put out? Hell yes. Are you willing to wait for the firefighters to get out here? Hell no. Yeah, Jonah hadn't expected anything else from his older brother. After all, Reed was all about anything that would get his adrenaline pumping. So Jonah gave his brothers a big old grin and said, Then let's get in there and fight this bitch. Grif Steele's protective instincts flared to life. The past 5 minutes had set off shrieking warning bells in his head. The high-tailing vehicle, the burning building bankrupting the town, the broken front window, and now his brothers were about to enter the fray with no personal protective equipment and no way of knowing what other surprises lay inside. The sprinkler system's failed, Britt said. Reed's head swung back and forth like a curious owl's as he studied the 3x3 gaping hole with etch-a-sketch lines of cracked glass zigzagging out in all directions. So has the alarm system. If we bust out the rest of that window, we can hop through and hit the flames with fire extinguishers. Grif jabbed a thumb over his shoulder. There's leftover cinder blocks in that pile of construction debris. One of those should do the trick since it was probably what the first guy used. Glass shattered, and Britt whipped around to see the 3x3 hole was now large enough for his little brother Jonah to crawl through. Guess you were right about the cinder blocks, Britt said. Reed grinned. I didn't know the baby billionaire had it in him. Then you haven't been paying attention, Britt said. Half the stuff you get in trouble for with Mom is the billionaire's handiwork. Are you shitting me, Tarzan? Britt hated the nickname, not that he'd admit the fact to his dipshit brother. Let's get in there before I forget there's a fire and kick your ass. The electricity is out, Jonah said. Probably a tripped breaker, Britt said. Reed, Grif, fire extinguishers? The two of them looked around, scanning the walls and the hallway just beyond the reception area. Then Grif started running. Found one. Jonah, Britt said. Let's find the electrical panel. If the extinguishers don't work, we need the sprinkler system operational. Basement? Most likely. I got a chance to see the plans for this place during the conceptual phase. Let's hope it hasn't changed much. Like an explorer following a treasure map, Britt used the design layout still embedded in his mind to navigate the hallways. He had a knack for remembering the smallest detail and hoped his gift didn't let him down now when he needed it most. He paused at the door adjacent to the staff restrooms, felt the door for heat just in case, and found it room temperature. He ripped it open, and a well of darkness yawned before them. Without a word, he and Jonah took out their cell phones and clicked on the flashlights. Who do you think set the fire? Jonah asked. Probably bored drunk teenagers. I never committed arson as a teenager. That's because you were a vampire. You actually would have had to leave your room and computer to commit a crime. Not necessarily. Tons of havoc can be wreaked with the touch of a keyboard. Jonah's hazel eyes danced. A familiar weight wrapped around Britt's chest and squeezed. Don't we know it? Sorry, Britt. It was a stupid thing to say. My fault, not yours. He released a hollow chuckle. Now you know why I spend my time working alone or walking the woods. Britt made his way to the electrical panel.